we want to tell you about bank and non-bank financial institution. But previously, I want to tell you about core competency. First, core competency is knowledge that understand, apply, analyze factual, conceptual, procedural knowledge based on their curiosity about science, technology, art, culture, and humanity, also nationality, state, and civilization. Insight regarding the causes of phenomena and events, as well as applying knowledge procedural in the field of study that is specific according to their talents and interests to solve problems. Second, core competency is skills that trying to process, reason, and reason, and concrete and abstract, real, related to the development of what he learned in the school independently and able to use methods according to the science.
Next, I explain you about core competency and indicator. Core competency 3.2 describe the concept of bank and non-bank financial institution. Have indicator describe the definition of a bank, identify types, principle of business activity and bank product, describe the definition of non-bank financial institution, identify types, principle of business activity and non-bank product. Secondly, core competency is present the role and function of bank and non-bank financial institution. Have indicator presenting the result of analysis of the role of bank in terms of various types. Secondly, presenting the result of the analysis of the bank and non-bank financial institution in various types.
And the first, definition of banks. Second, type, principle of business activity and bank products. The third material is definition of non-bank financial institution, and the fourth material is type, principle of business activities and non-bank products.
The fifth, bank function, review in various types. And sixth, the rules and function, non-bank financial institution.
Bank. The word bank comes from Italian banca, which means stable. According to Law Number 10 of 1998 concerning banking, what is meant by bank is a business entity that collects funds from the public in the form of deposits and redistributes them to the community in the form of loans and all other forms in order to improve the lives of many people. In practice, there are several types of banking in Indonesia. According to Banking Law Number 10 of 1998, banks in Indonesia in carrying out their business are based on economic democracy by using the principle of prudence, so that the main function of banking in Indonesia is to collect and channel public funds. The types of banking today can be viewed from several aspects, namely aspect of function, ownership, status, and how to determine price. Viewed from the aspect of the function. According to the Banking Basic Law Number 10 of 1998, the types of banks according to their function are as follows. The first, commercial banks, and the second, rural banks. Next, viewed in terms of ownership. The type of bank based on ownership can be distinguished as follows. The first, government-owned bank. The second, national private banks. The third, the bank belongs to the cooperative. The fourth, foreign-owned banks. And the fifth, the bank belongs to the mixture. Viewed in terms of status is as follows. The first, foreign exchange bank. The second, non-referred bank. The last, viewed from the method of determining prices. Based on how to determine price, banks can be divided into two types. The first, bank based on conventional principles. Second, bank based on Sharia principles.
So, this conclusion, a bank is a financial institution that collects funds from the community to distribute to public as a medium for monetary policy. Banks have four types from the following. Firstly, function. There are public bank and private bank. Secondly, status. There are foreign exchange and non-foreign exchange. 3. Ownership. There are government bank, national private bank, cooperative bank, and mixed bank. 4. Price. There are conventional bank and syariah bank. Default bank make its issues for people in their daily lives, such as investing and getting funding.
Insurance. Insurance is an agreement between insured customer and insurer insurance company. The insurer is willing to bear a number of losses that might arise in the future after the insured agrees to pay money called premium. Premium is money issued by the insured in return to the insurance. The main function of insurance is transfer of risk from one party that is insured to another party, namely the insurer. The guarantor provides financial security facilities and peace of mind for the insured. Three elements of insurance: the first, premium; the second, insurance policy; and the third, claim. Premium is an obligation that must be paid from the insured to the insurance company. Then, insurance policy is an agreement issued by insurer to the insured. Then, claims is a submission process for compensation request for losses suffered. Insurance has 6 basic principles. The first, insurable interest, the right to be insured and legal recognized. The second, utmost good faith, an action to disclose accurately and completely. The third, proximate cause, active cause with chain of events that lead risk without intervention. The fourth, indemnity, guarantor provides financial compensation. The fifth, subrogation, of transfer of claims right. And the last, contribution, bill mutual obligation. In general, insurance company has 4 types of product. The first, health insurance; the second, life insurance; the third, education insurance; and the fourth, general insurance. Pawanshop or in Indonesia is pegadaian, mengatasi masalah tanpa masalah. Pawn is the right of someone who is receivable on movable property. Pawn is different from borrowing money from a bank. The concept of pawn is goods. Then, the item will be securely stored as collateral. There are 3 business activities of pawnshop. The first, financing; the second, gold; and the third, financial service. In the financing, there are conventional financing and Islamic financing. In the conventional financing, there are kredit cepat aman (KCA), kredit angsuran sistem gadai (Krasida), kredit angsuran sistem fidusia (Kreasi), and kredit aneka guna untuk umum (Kagum). In the Islamic financing, there are rahan, amanah, arum, and mulia. Second, in the gold, there are gold valuation, gold saving, and gold consignment. Third, in the value service, there are kucica, kiriman uang cara instan cepat dan aman, multiple online payment, mobile pawnshop, and building rental.
Hello baby, what are you doing? I'm doing my homework, Mom. Okay. Mom, are you no longer work starting today? Yes, fine. Later I will become the egg of the work. Oh, so I was tired. But then what do we eat, Mom? Don't worry. Don't be sad, baby, because mom has still money. Really? Yes. Okay. And you? Social pension fund. Okay, baby. I want you to go pension fund company. Bye.
When you are still actively working, as you get older, you are closer to retirement age. Usually, workers who are about to enter retirement age feel confused because they think that there is no income for daily living needs. Don't worry, now there is already a pension fund. Pension fund is a financial institution whose business is to raise funds in the long term that aims to guarantee the continuation of income from employees in their old days. For example, PT Taspen and BPJS employment. There are three functions of pension fund, namely the first, insurance function, the second, saving function, and the third, pension function. Pension fund products. The first, employer pension fund. Employer pension fund is paid by companies or institutions where employees work. There are two types of programs available at employer pension fund. There are defined benefit pension program and defined contribution pension program. The second, financial institution pension fund. This product is organized by a bank or insurance company. That was the function and pension fund products that you can enjoy after entering retirement age. And start now, you have to be smart in managing finances. Cooperative. Cooperative is a legal entity established on the principle of family where the goal is for the welfare of its members. In this case, the cooperative was for growing movement activities based on the principle of social economy. As mentioned in the above cooperative understanding, the purpose of the formation of the cooperative is to help improve the welfare of its members. Learn more, here are some of the objectives of the cooperative. The first, to improve the lives of members of the cooperative and the surrounding communities. The second, to help the lives of the members of cooperative in economic terms. The third, assist the government in creating a just and prosperous society. The fourth, cooperatives participate in building a national economic order. In its operation, the entire cooperative in Indonesia using the following principle. The first, membership is open and voluntary cooperative nature. The second, cooperative management process must be done democratically. The third, distribution of net income or SHU must sense of justice in accordance with the performance of each member. The fourth, the provision of remuneration to the members tailored to the member capital. Referring to Law Number 25 of 1992, Article 4, the function of cooperative in Indonesia are as follows. The first, build and enhance the economic potential members and also the general public, so that social welfare can be realized. The second, cooperatives have an active role in improving the quality of life of its members and the public. The third, strengthen the economy of the people as the basis of the strength and resilience of the national economy where cooperative into its foundation. The fourth, raise and develop a better national economy through joint efforts based on the principle of kinship and economic democracy. Then, the types of cooperative can be distinguished by its function. According to Law Number 17 in 20 and 12, the following are types of cooperative in Indonesia. There are the first, cooperative production, the second, cooperative consumption, the third, cooperative service, the fourth, saving and loan cooperative, the fifth, business multipurpose cooperative. Finally, we have learned about bank and non-bank financial institutions. And to help you now, how far you understand about this material, please answer these some questions.